wake up. Are you ready for some spiritual manna? Hello and welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. I'm JK. Today as it is in heaven on earth, as it is in heaven. So, welcome to the Good Info Cafe. Good to see you, the regulars. Regulars, you're awesome. But I also want to mention that I'm going to review what this channel is, what it's evolved into, and what the future is for any new visitors. And I met this awesome person who might be tuning in today. And this person is like scientist level, but also psychology and a really good athlete, and knows the basics about how the world works, the corruption and all that kind of stuff. So, music, fun, information literacy, big concepts, and hope. Always. Yes, Brent. Yes, yes, yes. Here's the menu for today at the Good Info Cafe. Let's see what I can get to and say. So, Norman, 2 songs that I've promised before I was going to give the chords to. So, A Step Each Day and I'm Gone. I'm going to do those songs, Step Each Day at the beginning, near the beginning, and I'm Gone at the end, near the end. History, overview, and future. Z is awesome. And I need to pace myself. I think this is going to be a long one, like a half an hour, 30-minute one. It seems like. And I'm not going to play these brushes on my guitar. Yes, I am a drummer from way back. First, I started to sing. As soon as I could talk, I would sing. I had a little record player and sang the songs, and my mother sang nursery rhymes, and my father was a big-time singer, known as a singing psychiatrist in the Washington, D.C. area. Used to go see his shows in Norfolk, Virginia. And then I learned drums. So first singing, then drums, percussion. Studied percussion with Ron Barnett from the Kennedy Center Orchestra. Studied voice with Linda Mavs from the University of Maryland. John Bullock, Sandra Bullock's father, studied voice with him, just briefly. But studied for a while with Todd Duncan, the first little bug over here. Don't bother me. I got pickles for breaking bread together. So, Brunkhorst, what is it? Brunkhorst, Boar's Head pickles, kosher dill pickles. And that was a nickname of me, Dill. It went from Killer to Killer Diller to Dill Pickle, my nickname. Hey, Dill Pickle creator name, where you been? Give me a call. It's an old friend from way back. Hasn't been a good friend and contacting me. Anyway, so free will. I'm asking about the question of the day is, do we have free will? And I will attempt to prove that I have free will, that everyone has free will. And then I'm going to grade the Christian churches of America and the world, and then give a priority rating where the highest priority number 1 is the survival of life. And I will give the priority of what churches being helpful, doing what God wants them to do, and honoring God through his son Jesus, how important it is to be doing that related to the grade I'm going to give. The grade is not great. It's between a D and a C, I'm going to say. And it's a very high priority, probably in the top 10 of important things. Maybe it's right by this. No, it's right next to survival of life is connected to how we understand God through Jesus. But this channel is for believers and non-believers. And I'm going to briefly do that, and then I'm going to do the music so I can put the guitar down. So I kind of it came off a little bit. So believers and non-believers. So believers, true Christians. So Christians accept Jesus as a Jewish Messiah, but that Jewish Messiah opened up God to everybody, not just the chosen. Anyway, that's another long story, but true Christians accept Jesus, the Jewish Messiah, who opened up access to heaven for all, though not all will accept. And there's possibly, just something came on my, get off of there, it's possibly if we have 7-8 billion people in the world, there's 1 billion believers, or if that's about 12-13% of the world, if it's 10%, that would be 700 million believers. If it's only 1% of people, that would be 70 million people. So that's, there's 7 different opinions, and you can still be a Christian. So opinions on that one. And then I'm going to do my song. So this song is dedicated, this is an original composition, to all those who are in a relationship where a step each day in the right direction, in the direction of good, makes the relationship stronger. So I'll just show guitar players and Norman. There's the chord. So you can freeze that. And then the last page. And you can freeze that and look at those chords. And it's an E11 with an F sharp in the bass, and then an E9 suspended with an F sharp in the bass. I did not know where you were last night, yet this you know that's alright, 'cause we're as one. I hear that hum that we sing, our love will ring it out, let it ring. A step each day, a step each way, we'll keep our love together. A step each day is a loving way to lift our hearts on high. To stay, to stay. Love is a thing that I know can go away, yet if you know I can feel our love every day, 'cause we're as one. I hear that hum that we sing, our love will bring it out, let it ring. A step each day, a step each way, we'll keep our love together. A step each day is a loving way to lift our hearts on high. A step each day. I changed some lyrics, made some mistakes. but it's dedicated those in relationships where it's in a good direction, and the step each day will get the love tighter and better as you grow together. So, had to scratch my nose. Sure, don't like it. Boom, boom. Rocking the cash bar. So, I did that. Oh, yeah. So, this one, everybody has a belief system and a way of life. So certainly from conception to birth to age 7, the age of reason, this is developing. Then you develop it as a child. So I am more talking in terms of adults, but kids also have a belief system and a way of life, and they become more and more responsible for it starting around the age of reason, whatever that is. And there are some people with developmental disabilities that have age of reason at different times. But anyway, then there's approximately 7 billion non-believers. Everybody is welcome here at the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. I'll do the multiple intelligences, and here they are. And then I'm going to go over what keeps you from being information literate and not welcome at the Good Info Cafe. The things that cause problems and are not welcome here. But multiple intelligences, ethical, moral is number 1. Then they can be maybe prioritized, or they're all equal after that. Intrapersonal, which is love of your Aji self, your godly self, your not selfish self, love of self. Interpersonal, emotional intelligence. Verbal linguistic, overemphasized in our culture right now. Visual spatial, bodily kinesthetic, athletes, actors, improv stuff. Musical rhythmic, naturalistic, outdoor stuff. There's that little bug. It's bugging me. Logical, mathematical, also overemphasized even more. I think this is the one that's overemphasized. But I think these guys are equal of importance, and moral, ethical is number 1, because you could have all these things and be really good at it and then use it for evil. So that's number 1. That's that. And then I'm putting things over here. So here's the things that get in the way. And I guess, there we go. And I'm not going to be able to read it. So, well, it's going to be hard to. So virtue signaling is a huge one, where people are doing something just because it makes them look good, not because it's right. And the idea is to do it without anyone knowing it. And then that is attacking somebody. So vociferousness, methinks thou doth protest too much. Somebody who's just, and so then so you know that they are lacking in their argument and their reason. Echo chamber, confirmation bias gets in the way. Pontificating, oh, I have all the knowledge, I'm the smart one. A lot of atheists do this one. There are good atheists, and then there's ones who are arrogant and think they're smarter than the believers. You're not welcome here. And believers who are judgmental are also not welcome here. Judgmental, not judging things. We should judge when everyone does all the time. And anyone who says you shouldn't judge is judging. All right. Misusing thoughts, prayers, discussions, committees as a cover for inaction. Yeah. Let's have another meeting. Let's have another committee, because people are afraid to act. So that's a big one. Disinformation, misinformation is number 1. Ad hominem attacks, attacking the messenger, projecting your problems onto others. Cognitive dissonance, getting in difficulty managing conflicting feelings and facts. Being neutral is a solution for cognitive dissonance, the ability to be neutral. I don't know, and so I'm neutral. I'm not saying they did do it. I'm not saying they didn't do it, that kind of thing. Information overload, information noise, overthinking. So those people who do those too much are not welcome here. Then this is the information literacy action processor. I'm not going to go into it a lot, but there you go. This channel is based on this system here, which is separate from me. And so I'm held to that standard on this channel at the Good Info Cafe. And then I'm not going to read all these, but you can do a screenshot or what have you of this. And this is how I grade things, and this is how I can be graded, because I'm held to that standard. If I don't do those things, then I get graded also. I did give Norman a grade, and as my first regular, and I did kill that bug because it's bugging me. But while I have this, so right under hell on the other side is where the bug was killed. So heaven, earth, and hell is a big part of this channel, with believers and non-believers. All 8 billion, except for the ones who are who do ad hominem attacks, virtue signal, all those kind of things are not welcome here. I'll block them. We can mock them and shame them and things like that. But it hasn't happened much, and they're awesome people following. And if this new person that I just met recently is following, that'd be awesome. Anytime someone is discussing their opinion of how things should be, these are always factors. And the more people are aware of when they're being idealistic, it's more of a heaven thing. Then they're really being negative is more of a hell thing. On earth, we have a mixture of both heaven and hell. And these are always factors in any discussion. So that'll be another thing when there's commenters who start to go in the bad direction and drag the channel down. It could be because of this. They're way up here, but they're not being realistic of earth, which is a mix. So that's that. Then there's the 4 types of love that are always factors when we're on this channel. At the Good Info Cafe, we have agape, which is selfless. This person who jumps on a hand grenade and saves 10 people's lives. They're all sitting around, not sitting around. The hand grenade goes into a group. Any one of them can jump on it. Maybe there were others who were going to jump on it, but whoever jumps on it loses their life, and it has happened. It's a thing that has happened. So I always try to use something that's that has happened, that's real, not the hypothetical BS. Not good. That's when they're just playing. That's when it's a waste, more of a waste. Familial love, parent and child, family, etc. Eros, romantic. And if the new visitor is here with the beautiful children, I think they want to be flower girls. Anyway, Eros, romantic love. And then philia, friendship. Those are big factors at this channel. This one, I'm not going to explain a lot, but I will, for regulars, you know what this is, anyway, this right here is ancient Jerusalem. This is the king. Oh, so I wrote it on the outside. Okay, I'm just erasing it. But it goes like this. So there's something that's going to be a future part of this channel. That's the Temple Mount and the City of David and all that kind of stuff, which is crazy. And then that's, okay, so it's music, fun, big serious concepts / information literacy as a foundation to deal with the big serious concepts, and hope. I'm always trying to deliver the hope at some level so that those who watch my videos feel better about the world when they're finished, and they can have this for the week to be hopeful about things. Hope springs eternal. And pickle. Okay, so did I do the question of the day? Oh, okay. Let me do that. And I brought a napkin, a big napkin, because that pickle just sprayed me. So check this out. What was I going to say? I was going to say something important. Free will. So here's my proof of that we have free will. I was free to do that. God is not gonna get involved in making me do crazy stuff and hit myself on the head. That I think is my proof of free will. Okay? I just did that, and I don't think God. Yes, I did work in special ed and work with all type of people, all type of learners. Some were nonverbal, and I still help them and care about them as much as I cared about my 160 IQ processing, who had a processing issue. All types, Down syndrome. I work with every type, autistic students, every type actually, of the spectrum of disabilities or developmental disabilities, whatever it is, special ways of learning. It didn't matter to me. And they would do goofy things. So once again, my proof, I think, is proof of free will, that God's not making me do this. I am my free will. If you want our love to last, well, come on, pretty baby, won't you talk with me? Come on, pretty baby, won't you walk with me? Come on, pretty baby, give me one more chance. Try to save our old man, slow down. Baby, I'm moving way too fast. You gotta give me good loving, give me good loving. If you want our love to last. Hey, you know that I love you, tell the world I do. Come on, pretty baby, why can't you be true? I need you burning, baby, oh so bad. Best little woman I ever had, slow down. God did not make me do that. I did that of my own free will, and I said it like that. So that's my proof of free will. Scooby Dooby Lada Manajuana. Allah, Aji, Mululuh. Okay? Is there anything else here? Believers? Oh yeah, Jeffrey Epstein had a temple on his island, or at least I read and saw a picture, supposedly, of a temple, and that's what's going on with the Antichrist. So, okay, I wanted to find that. You can be a non-believer, but be neutral about Jesus. You're just not sure. Fine, but Antichrists are the ones who say, there is no Jesus, he never lived. I reject him. I love Satan. I kill my babies. All those freakazoids, and I say there's about 10% of those. They're not welcome here, and we will get rid of them as fast as we can. But the non-believers who are reasonable, who are open to believers, believers are open to non-believers who are not trying to cause problems. Non-believers are open to believers who are not trying to cause problems, not judgmental, and all that kind of stuff. I think you get the idea. So where did I put my pick? I want my hammer. Oh, there it is. Okay, in the guitar. So did I make that point? Okay. And so do we have free will? And that's for the believers, the reasonable believers and the reasonable non-believers, the helpful, the ones who are going to make the world maintain the good or improve things for the better or for the good. So I'm wrapping it up. Oh yeah, I say a lot and so a lot as my punctuation. I use those for punctuation, and I'm excited for any new visitors, and especially Z. If Z is tuned in, Z said they would check it out, but I forgot, so we got to break bread. This is going to get messy, so got my napkin just in case, or it could get messy. Kosher dill pickles. So, pause the video if you need to get your food so we can break bread together. Now it is time for nutritious input. So it can be a drink. It's anything that goes in the body for nutrition. All right. As we are one, I hear that hum. Don't talk with your mouth full, but mouth partially full can work. And you can tell kids that when they're about maybe 13. Okay, so, oh yeah, the word if is a small word in terms of the number of letters, but it has a huge meaning. If is a very important word for this, for the Good Info Cafe. It's so important that I put it on a big piece of paper. So really, thank you for tuning in. My switch to talking about Jesus. I said the name Jesus. Jesus the Christ, because Christ in Greek, I think, means Messiah, so he was the Messiah. It's not his last name. Jesus ben Joseph, son of Joseph. Norman, I'm going to show, or someone else asked about the end of the song. It wasn't Norman, but anyway, here we go. It's called I'm Gone, and I will be wrapping it up. Okay, we're at the 25th minute, so I will be wrapping it up. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be doing mostly originals and public domain songs, so I not have to deal with copyrights, and because I can. I have about 50 songs. I got one called Shekinah, which is a really cool song, but I have to relearn it, just like I looked these up. All right, anything else? Believers and non-believers, that's my new important, so please spread it to people who are, they can be a believer of Jesus or not, but want to go to a place where they'll learn about both and they'll be accepted as long as they're not freakazoids and dum-dums. I have a definition of dum-dum, which I can do later, but anyway. All right, here we go. I felt like I could be with her whenever the rainy day when sun shone through the weather. Oh, she's gone. Now I won. Oh, she's gone. Now I won. I felt like I could be with her whenever that rainy day when sun shone through the weather. Oh, she's gone. Now I won. Oh, she's gone. Now I'm one. Oh, I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm glad that I'm gone. I'm glad and gone. Glad I'm gone. Glad, glad, glad I'm gone. I'm glad and gone. I'm gone, I'm gone. Woo! It ended on the same chord that I started with. And it's all major 7th chords, all major 7th chords in only 2 positions. So, close to 30 minutes to do a review. So welcome. So regulars, you're awesome. So when I welcome you, don't think I'm forgetting you. A lot of times it's all about the new person and they forget about, I will not forget about the regulars, and then the new people become regulars. So music, fun, big serious concepts with information literacy as the foundation, and hope. You feel better when you finish these videos. That's my goal, to get spiritual manna. And the candid and humble are welcome here. That's, if I had one way, a phrase, candid and humble, meaning candid, you're going to tell the truth. You're going to be transparent and open, or not comment at all if you're not ready to do that. And humble. And the word aji, A-U-Z-G-I-E, a new word that probably about maybe 5,000 people know about that word. I'm going to try to spread it. Aji is, humble is a close synonym to aji. I think that's it. Goodbye. I think that's it so far. I think that's it so far. I think that's it. Goodbye. Thank you for visiting the Good Info Cafe. From atop the temple. I do say we are in the end of an age. Are we in the end of days? Are we in the end times, which eventually ends with 1,000 years of peace? Are we in the end of an age? Are we?